Hello everyone, my name is Silvo Kurkapekov and I'm going to present my physics second project. And the topic of my project is conservation of energy in roller coasters. So, firstly, I will go through the theoretical part where I will explain briefly about conservation of energy itself, how it works, and how it's related to my physics project. Before the starting, we should get familiar with the concept of energy, especially with the last property. So energy is defined as ability to do work, and I think it's the most important part. Energy is never lost, but it can be converted from one form to another. Means like energy is everywhere, it never disappears, it just transforms from one form to another. So we have a lot of types of energies like sound energy, heat energy, electricity, but in my project I will use only two of them, the potential and kinetic, and its their addition also will be mechanical energy. So because I'm using only two of them, I wrote two formulas to each of them, like for kinetic and highest potential. So as I mentioned before, the energy is never lost, or we can say that it can be fully conserved in the system or transformed to another form. It can just take and disappear. So the people call it the law of conservation of energy. From the past, people who were good at physics often used this concept, and as a result, they created roller coasters. In the next part of the project, I mean the practical part, I will show a code that I wrote in VPython that can, or at least try to simulate the roller coaster. Also, I want to mention this part. This part with friction is, I think, is really important, because if you want to conserve the energy, your surface must be frictionless. If your surface will not be frictionless, if there will be some friction, when our cut will be falling down, and because of friction, our energy will transform from kinetic to heat energy, and it will just lose some energy. That's why our energy will not be conserved. We should keep this part also in mind, because when the surface is frictionless, the calculations are becoming easier. Here I want to explain this part very quickly. With the concept of conservation of energy, we can, as I said, we can launch roller coasters without extra energy like motors or engine. The way how it works is simple. When we are launching our kart, for example here, in first point, it has both potential and kinetic energy, because it's like it has height and also it has speed. So the total, we will have some total energy X, let's say. We are launching with total mechanical energy, and if our surface is frictionless, it will go like this, and here it will have the same amount of total energy, the same amount of mechanical energy. This is the most important part, because when the energy is conserved at any point, we can easily calculate all these variables like the height or the speed of the card at any point. For example, if here it has speed of 2 meters per second, here it will have like 0 potential energy, and here we have only kinetic energy. So the total of energies here will be equal to energy in a second point, and we can just cancel some variables and we can easily find the velocity of this card.